One of the big things that came out of our Race for the Future this weekend, where we had some amazing conversations both online and in person at Snowfields Farm, was the need to create new language in how we're talking about our mission as an organization and how we're talking about mental health at large. There couldn't be a concept more in need of an update because it is abstract as abstract gets. Nobody gets the green stamp, the mental health stamp, right, that proclaims they're mentally healthy. The mind doesn't work in health and illness. So we need to figure out what we're talking about when we talk about mental health, and we need to try to figure out what are the physiological prerequisites that make mental well-being possible. And when we say mental well-being, to get clearer, we're talking about the ability to access desired mental states. So to get out of a state of high anxiety when I don't want to be in a state of high anxiety, to get focused when I want to be focused, and to understand what needs to be happening in my life in order to make that even possible. So when we think about the terms that could potentially be utilized here, things that might add a little bit of weight to a very real problem, because there is nothing abstract about the fact that 1/4 of young people in America experience suicidal tendencies during the period of the quarantine. There's nothing abstract about the fact that suicide is consistently either the second or third highest cause of death among our teenagers. There's nothing abstract about that. So we need to be able to build language that is not living in the abstracts, so that we can build curriculum that is not just theoretical but is practical to work to solve the problem together. So the term that comes to mind that makes some sense is this idea around physiological resonance. Now whether that term resonates, whether that term is too far out in the weeds, I don't know. But the only term that I can think of where we can start to begin to ask what are the physiological prerequisites, the foundational things that need to be in place to make accurate perception of the world around me even possible, and to make well-being something within reach. Now we understand that if we don't sleep for days, right, we're not going to be in a state where we can access clear perception. There's going to be a state of physiological disruption that will make my access to desired mental states impossible. If I live on nothing but espresso for 3 days, right, take that thought exercise out and we can work backwards and say, what can we build into a curriculum that shows students scientifically what they need to be in a state of physiological resonance, where my heart's not racing, my pupils aren't dilated, I'm not sweating bullets at a desk taking a math class, and from there begin to create a clearer conversation around what is physiological, what is psychological, and where these lines are, so that we're not diagnosing people with psychological disorders because they're experiencing the physiological inevitable result of a lifestyle that they don't understand that they can change, they don't know how to change, and we can work to build a curriculum that gives them the tools to change.